Hello, good day. In today's lecture, we are going to talk about the supply curve. In the previous lecture, we discussed about the demand curve. The demand tells you the story from the side of the consumers, how the consumers respond to the changes in price. A similar response can be seen for the producer through supply curve. The supply curve shows the quantities that producers are willing to supply at different prices. In microeconomics, this law states that all other factors being equal, when we say all other factors being equal, we mean that the cost of production, the price of other commodities, technology, etc. are the same. As the price of the goods or service increases, the quantity of the goods or services that supplier offers will increase and vice versa. Why suppliers supply more when the price goes up? Because increase in price actually give them the opportunity of higher profits. Similarly, the lower prices give them the opportunity, the less opportunity to earn profits. So they just take their goods out of the market. They reduce their supply. The law of supply says that as the price of an item goes up, the supplier will attempt to maximize their profits by increasing the number of items for sale. If you graph the supply curve and you take the quantity supplied on the x-axis and the price on the y-axis, we see a positively sloped curve from the left to right. What does this curve show? This curve shows that keeping other factors constant again. If the price of any commodity increases, its quantity supplied increases. Again, keeping other factors constant. And again, by the other factors, we mean the technology, the price of other commodities, and the market conditions remain the same. If the price goes up from P1 to P2, the quantity supplied increases from Q1 to Q2. This is what basically is the supply curve that represents. And again, this shows the behavior of the producers. The producers respond positively to the changes in the prices. What are the determinants of the supply curve? The supply curve's determinants are many, like, say, for example, the input prices. The decision for making supply depends on how much the input prices, how much the inputs cost. If the price of the input increases, the profit margin squeeze, keeping the prices constant. Similarly, the technology, what kind of technology is available to the people. If the technology improves, they can supply more at the same price, or they can actually increase their supply without having influence on the prices. Similarly, the government regulations. The government regulations also determine the behavior of the suppliers to see suppliers. When the government actually tries to impose tax on the supply of something, that discourages supply in the market. And if the government reduces the taxes, it increases the supply in the market. Similarly, how many firms are supplying the product? If there are many firms that are trying to capture the market, your individual supply might fall. And similarly, if the other firms back out from the market, like you might have higher opportunity to increase your supply. And similarly, the substitutes in production, what kind of substitutes are available and how much people are investing on the substitutes. The taxes again come to the government regulations, and the taxes actually have got their role both from the consumer side and the producer sides. And similarly, the producer expectations, how producers expect things to change in the future. If they are expecting things to change in the future, they change their decisions of the supply in the current period accordingly. Thank you for joining us.